Katelyn Tuohy is back in the mile. So after racing at the U.S. trials and running a very solid 5K at the Sound Running meet, Tuohy hit the track again, this time in a shorter distance and this time in Sweden. The Boras Folksham Grand Prix featured a group of high-level athletes in the women's mile. And this race got underway as Adidas Pro Ellie Hennis took over pacing duties and the group began to click off 66-second laps. One interesting thing to note is how this race was a bit of a rematch between former 1500-meter champ Maya Ramsden and 1500-meter favorite to win that year, Katelyn Tuohy, in a race that somewhat shocked the running world as the utterly dominant Tuohy at the time faded down the stretch. As a pro, though, Tuohy has had a rough start to her career and has dealt with some injuries, so I didn't expect the most epic performance from her here, especially in a field of extremely fast women, and that's kind of how this race played out. Tuohy never quite hit the front in this one as the group kept ticking out 66-second laps. As the pacemaker stepped off, Maya Ramsden hit the lead, and Tuohy hung in there with seasoned pro Sage Hurta-Klecker as well as Olivia Markezich, notable for having great results in the steeple as well as NCAA cross country. Ultimately, though, it would be Markezich who would take this one as Tuohy would hold on to fourth. Still a respectable performance in a field in improving her outdoor mile personal best. It's not the huge leap that I think a lot of fans would be super hyped for, given Tuohy ran a 4:24 indoor mile in early 2023, but it's still a great mark that should set her up for faster times in the future as she continues to build back from injury. And getting races under her belt at lower key meets like this is important. But overall, you got to hand it to Olivia Markezich for taking this one in 4:24. She's a runner who I think goes pretty under the radar for what she's done and doesn't have a ton of hype surrounding her name, but she seems to be a runner that is adapting very well to pro training and probably will turn out to be a star signing for the On Athletics group, especially since she seems to have a great training partner in Maya Ramsden, who got second in this one and did a lot of pacing over the second half. But overall, cool to see lots of fast pros descend on a smaller Grand Prix meet in Sweden. Was definitely curious to see how Tuohy would perform and was impressed by a few other performances as well. If you enjoy athletics coverage like this, as we head into more Diamond League and other pro track races on the circuit, be sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.